What's going on, everybody? It's Glenn for the latest news, and if you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. This review gonna be a little different, a little bit longer, because I'm joining everything together that I missed out on, you guys. I know I'm super late with All Out, but man, that pay-per-view was crazy. Oh man, Blackpool Combat Club Colonel Daniel Bryan, John Moxley put him in a plastic bag, man. Daniel Garcia and MJF had a gruesome, gory match that night as well. It was a lot of bloodshed, a lot of spit. It was just off the charts. All Out was a great pay per view. Um, Swerve Strickland and Adam Hangman Page had a great match. I still hear that chair shot across the world from him. Oh, then the syringe. Oh man, I don't know what's going on with AEW though, cause the All Out pay per view was great. But as far as like Dynamite been afterwards and stuff like that, I don't know what's going on with AEW. How you go from such a great pay per view as an All Out that y'all had, and the next week Wednesday on Dynamite y'all trash, and then the week after that even more trash. Like I don't even know what's going on with AEW, man. I definitely got high hopes in AEW, but they get good and then they just go dry again. Like I said, they pay per views always deliver. Pay per views always. Excuse me, I'm a little on the other guys, but I'm gonna do the best I can. Yeah. AEW, man, I don't know what to say about them. Like pay per views always deliver. Like I say, always 10 out of 10. But then they get back to their weekly shows and it just be trash all over again. Like I don't know what they doing with Adam Hangman Page after that great match he had with Swerve. I know Swerve is going to be out for a while, I believe. I don't know if he made it back. Cause honestly, I haven't been really catching up with Dynamite. Besides the show after All Out, which was trash, and then the week after and after was trash, trash, trash. So I don't know. I'm gonna continue to give AEW a shot. I'm not gonna give up on AEW like most people. But I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of both. I'm just a mark. Would you my boy like to call it a mark? Vince Russo. Shout out to Vince Russo. I know a lot of people don't like Vince Russo. I'm a fan of Vince Russo. Vince Russo. I like Vince. He's himself. He don't. I won't say he don't really care about the business because he does, but he's just not what you would call a mark for the business. But I am a mark for the business. I'm sorry. I watch it. Both I love both shows. Don't really watch out TNA like that, but or Ring of Honor. But I'm a wrestler myself. This sport is not easy at all. So I condemn these guys and myself for taking on stuff like this. But overall, man, I don't know what to say about AEW. Tony Khan, I don't know what to say about him. I know they got a new TV deal that I don't know if they got their TV. I believe they got their TV deal, but it's like since they got their TV deal, they just say, we gonna go dry again. We gonna go whack again, or just confuse everybody. No story. Don't know what's going on with AEW. But like I said, I'm not gonna give up on AEW. I got high hopes in AEW. I believe that they is gonna possibly make people come back to watch. Cause they lost a lot of viewerships. It's not hard to tell, man. Minus the pay per views though. Pay per views they get their viewers. Well, partially their viewers back, like myself. Minus the weekly shows, cause the weekly shows just be a whole bunch of nonsense going on that nobody understand why this person is wrestling that person. But yeah, overall, AEW they gonna get it together. They gotta get it together. And, like I said, I know it's the rumors of Shane McMahon still being out there in the air. I'm hearing that but Miro is asking for his release, aka Rusev. So Rusev may be making his way back to WWE. I know the Lucha Brothers signed with WWE as well from AEW. Ricky Starks is pretty much on his way as well. So Yeah, AEW did lose some key pieces as right there, but I feel like they're gonna bounce back with the talent they got. They just got to give some better story, better story, better matches is good. No complaints about the matches, just better story, and that's all we really ask for as far as with AEW. I mean, as long as they got an MJF, Adam Page, Danny Garcia is on his way. Kenny Omega's still out. It's a lot of stars that's still out. Eddie Kingston. They got a lot of stars that's major stars that's out right now. So hopefully those guys could come back. I think Samoa Joe is out too. I don't. Yeah, Samoa Joe. I haven't seen him in a while. Samoa Joe is out. So they got a lot of key names that's missing within the company as of right now. But you know, besides that, they got a lot of talent as for there now as far as like a Will Ospreay, got Ricochet there now. Um, but it's just not enough. It's not enough to get us captivated. Especially if we ain't got no stories going on. It's just I don't know, man. I like I said, I got high hopes in AEW, but they confuse me sometimes of what they doing. But that's the size of the point. We jumped to the Raw that Monday. The Wyatt Six had a match with American Made in that street fight, which was a great street fight. They started the match with that. It was great. We also seen Bret Hart there that week. Gunther shot him down with that Goldberg thing, man. Talking about Goldberg was his favorite wrestler. Man, I wonder if Bret Hart had knew anything about that before it was said, because I know Bret Hart said a lot of things about Triple H in the past that it wasn't such good things, but besides that, we had the Judgment Day and Yeet Jay that night. The new Judgment Day is whooping the Terror Twins ass. That's like week one of whooping their ass. Then we got the announcement for the Hell in a Cell match between Drew McIntyre and CM. We also got the match between Liv Morgan and Bloody Rhea Ripley, which also will be at Bad Blood. Um, yeah, Raw and WWE's been picking up. The Bad Blood cards is looking real good right now. Everything is looking like it's falling into place. We got some good matches on the card set up right there. As far as Jay, I know he got an Intercontinental title match against Braun Breaker. Woo, 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 woo. But that's on Monday Night Raw, and this feud between Big Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman is a meaty pause situation, man. These big guys is about to tear the whole arena down with they feud. So they feud is picking up more and more as the weeks go on. Big Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman. As far as the White Six, they wasn't really on TV the week after. They just had like a video, a VHS video. There's no telling who they gonna go at the next, but it's safe to say finally they done with American Made, because we get tired of seeing Chad Gable take some L's, man. Um, of the whole American Made, Ivy Now and the Creed brothers. Yeah, we getting tired of them taking L's, but I know they had a video package a week later, which we're gonna get into as the video go on. But this feud between Braun Strowman and Big Bronson Reed is picking. I don't know if they're gonna have those guys fight in like a all out brawl street fight at Bad Blood. I'll save that for like a Monday Night Raw, but it's definitely going to be a match between those two guys when the time is right. Definitely. Like I said, Jey Uso won that Fatal 4-Way, so he got the title match against Braun Breaker. I believe this Monday coming up, Raw, he get the match with Braun Breaker, or whatever the case may be, which he's not beating the dog Braun Breaker. I mean, it would be nice to TJ win his single title, get a single title run, but they got other plans for Jay. I still feel like they're gonna plug him into the Bloodline storyline. I mean, we is running out of time here, so I don't really know how they're gonna like pull this off. Get Jay involved with this Bloodline thing again because he is on Raw and the Bloodline is on SmackDown with the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and Solo Sokola. So I don't know how they're gonna pull this one off. We still got a little time before I believe they trying to set it up for like the War Games pay per view Survivor Series. We still got a little time to play the long game here, but we running short on time. But I know like Sami Zayn and Gunther gonna have a match for the WWE Championship at I believe at Bad Blood as well. Which Sami Zayn is not gonna beat. He's not beating Gunther this time around. Yeah, he beat him. He did beat him at WrestleMania, correct? For that gotten belt, he was like the only one to beat Gunther on the main roster. Like that's because Gunther have lost prior to before, but it's just Sami Zayn was the first one to beat Gunther on the main roster. So I mean, a lot of people feel like Sami Zayn don't deserve a title shot because he lost to Braun Breaker like twice. First in the regular match and then 2 out of 3 falls and but I get it, you know what I mean? He was the last one to beat Gunther, so he definitely he definitely has like some type of argument. Then SmackDown, we get it to SmackDown that same week with Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. We started it off with Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa in a steel cage match for the Universal title, which we already knew that Solo wasn't going to win. But overall, I agree that was one of Solo's best matches with Cody Rhodes in that steel cage match. So shout out to Solo Sikoa. I know Solo Sikoa been getting a lot of whiplash or heat or whatever the case may be, but also later in that night, Cody Rhodes and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns signed the contract for a tag team match against Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu at I guess believe Bad Blood or whatever the case may be. Then you got LA Knight and Andrade. They had their little match, which we're gonna get into as well. But we're gonna continue on with the week prior. It wasn't really much to cover in the week prior though. It was a little dry that week. Minus my boy Ricky. My boy, shout out to my boy Ricky. Ricky getting some buzz around the internet, man. We want to see Ricky back, man. Ricky was supposed to have been Kevin Owens' partner that night, but uh, Kevin Owens' partner, which we already figured it was going to be to begin with. I know I thought it was. That's why I was a little surprised to see Ricky come. I'm like, who the hell is this? And his name was Ricky. I'm like, oh, that's my cat name. But then he started getting the reactions from the crowd. Everybody was shouting, Ricky, Ricky. And he's still getting the buzz online to this day, man, Ricky. But yeah, there wasn't really much to cover there in that SmackDown besides the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes signing that contract for that major tag team match at Bad Blood. Um, as far as Andrade, LA Knight, and Carmelo Hayes, that feud is picking up between those three guys. Well, I won't say three because the only ones really feuding is Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. They got another match coming up. I believe this Friday they're gonna have a 6 match. I mean, but them guys have some great matches though, so we're not gonna take away from that. But I like what they doing there. Vicky Guerrero was there. My boy, the whole damn show was there. Shout out to them. So, and plus that was like I think that was the first night SmackDown went to USA. We had a new theme by Megan Thee Stallion. I know it's a lot of people not a fan of the song. I like the song. I could get with the times, man. I mean, I can understand where JD coming from. I mean, I like rock too. I like some heavy metal. No, I like, I'm versatile with music, and I have an open eye to certain things, and I understand that the times have changed. Times have changed, and we got to get with the times. So it's nothing wrong with the Megan Thee Stallion theme music for the show opener for SmackDown. I actually likes the song. It's a catchy, to be here hard. It's a catchy song to me. So I'm not too mad at the song, but I can understand where some fans is upset. I mean, this then you got those people that just don't like hip hop. Period. Or just no, you can't be like that. Like you can't be biased like that. Because there's some people that don't like. At one point, I didn't like rock and heavy metal until it grew on me. Rock and heavy metal, I started listening to it and it grew on me. You got to give certain things a chance, till it grows on you. But that's besides the point. SmackDown that week was, like I said, a little dry. I know Naomi and Bailey had an opportunity to get a women's championship match, which we're going to get into within the next week of SmackDown. Um, 'Cause they had their match this past Friday with Nia Jackson, Tiffany Stratton, which it was like a double pin from Naomi and Bailey. So with that happening, now that Bailey and Bailey and Naomi gotta fight each other this on Friday to see who the real winner is going to face Nia Jax for that championship. But that's the point of that week. I mean, that's what's happening now, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, SmackDown that week was good. It was good. Can't complain. Uh, excuse me, my lord, or whatever. But overall, I feel like Nia Jax is gonna end up beating or squashing whoever she face for her championship. But as far as the tribal chief Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes with this bloodline thing, I don't know, man. Cody taking a real like like Roman said, he taking he risking it all, pretty much teaming up with Roman. Because let's face it, like you got guys that was in his corner, like Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, and we all know what the tribal chief Roman Reigns did to Kevin Owens and Randy Orton back in previous times. Like they since 2020 for Kevin Owens, he been dealing with the bloodline. And he's definitely feeling some type of way against Cody Rhodes with signing with the man that caused this whole thing to begin with this whole bloodline situation. Because let's face it, if it wasn't for the tribal chief Robert Reigns and just starting this bloodline off to begin with, they probably wouldn't be where they at right now. But I don't know, man. It's just real. It's just I see where they going with it. They may look to turn Kevin Owens back to heel. They've been teasing it and teasing it for weeks. They teased it this past Friday. They teased it. I believe they put before their championship match that month. But a lot of people feel like it should be, you know, Randy Orton to make the heel turn. Well, it definitely could be both of them to make the heel turn. It ain't got to be just Randy, but one of them got to make. They got to choose between which one they want to do it first. I guess it's looking like it could be KO, but my thing is, so what? KO turn heel. Does he get another title opportunity against Cody Rhodes with the heel turn? Would he actually win or would he lose again? Like my thing is, what would be the point of that? Now, as far as Randy Orton, on the other hand, I could actually see if Randy turned heel, he could actually end up beating Cody Rhodes, or they have Randy possibly beat Cody Rhodes for that title. But then again, even with that, I don't even see them having Cody Rhodes lose the title so soon. But then again, what have him losing and get it back? Possibly, yeah, that could probably work out, but I mean, it wouldn't make any sense to me. Might as well just have him rock out to WrestleMania because they already saying that him versus The Rock is a possibility at the next WrestleMania, but would it be for the championship or would Cody Rhodes still have that championship come WrestleMania? That's still up in the air too. Also, that next week on Raw, my boy CM Punk, he came back. He wasn't smiling. He meant business, man. He said he get his hands on Drew McIntyre, he gonna make him bleed. It's just gonna be crazy. He ain't gonna stand a chance. CM Punk is pretty much coming for blood for Drew McIntyre. And then we were backstage with Jay Uso, Buddy Rhea Ripley, and Finn Balor was talking his mess to Rhea Ripley. Then you got the big man just tearing the house down again that week, just backstage again, just tearing backstage up. They gonna end up having some type of non-sanctioned match at Bad Blood, because that is like a Bad Blood type of match. So far, I think they only got like six. I think they got 6 matches on the card so far. It could be a possible 7 on a card, which will probably be Big Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman. But besides that, Judgment Day whooped Terror to his ass again on this week's this past week on Raw. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of tired of like seeing that already. I'll be glad when this new Judgment Day is done with Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. I believe they're gonna continue this into the like WrestleMania season though, but I don't see it lasting no longer than that. Braun Breaker and Jay Uso had a great segment promo that night as well. Um, Braun Breaker gave him some shots and Jay Uso just gave him one right back. Man, it was a great promo. Um, Pete Dunne and Sheamus had a great match. I can see they feud continuing on into not Bad Blood, but after Bad Blood, because I don't see that, not unless it's on a pre-show, because I don't see that being on the actual card. But they got a good little feud going with them. Can't complain about that. But Raw was decent this week. We didn't, like I said, we didn't see no Wyatt Six. We didn't see no American Made. Wyatt Six did I think they did a VHS tape, and then American Made had like a video promo shoot or whatever the case may be. It wasn't really nothing majorly to cover on Raw besides Judgment Day whooping Terror Twins ass again. And Jay Uso coming to the aid, but to no avail because Braun Breaker took him out with a spear. So they gonna have a great match this Monday for that title, but I feel like either somebody going to interfere or something's going to happen. And I don't think it's going to be a clean finish with that Jay Uso and Braun Breaker match. Somebody going to interfere in that match, causing somebody that match, or it's going to end in no contest or probably a DQ or something odd going to happen in that match. It's not going to be no clean finish. They want to keep both. I believe they want to keep both superstars intact. They don't. They a big name, especially Braun Breaker. He the champion, so and they definitely want to keep Jay as hot as possible. They don't want to keep having Jay lose matches, and he's over. He's so over with the fans. What I mean? At some point, he gonna have to start winning something because the people is getting tired of him losing, and he's so over with the fans. So I can understand where people's coming from with that. But I'm the same way. I'm like, yo, eventually you gonna have to start winning something because Jay Uso's he's like the top over guy right now. Every time he entered the ring, the arena, the fans go crazy. Like I mean, yeah, he's gonna have to start winning something soon. But I know him and Sammy may still go after those tag team belts. Which they will because they both gonna end up losing their matches this week. Sammy gonna lose at the pay per view, and Jay gonna lose to Braun Breaker at Monday. Also, we get to this New Day thing with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Xavier Woods, man, I think he's done, man. He's tired of taking L after L after L. So once they took that L, people, he didn't really want nobody involved in the match. So, I know the rest of Judgment Day came out. They was going for the tag team belts. Judgment Day came out. Um, the rest of the LWO came out, intervened. So, Kofi Kingston was telling Xavier Woods, yo, I told the LWO to be there. Just in case. He was like, yo, you didn't even let me know. Like, I'm tired of you, you know, um, doing things without letting me know. I'm sick of it. Like, some things need to change. Damn, I don't know what he mean by that. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but I guess we gonna get the full, like, I won't say full scoop or whatever he's mean. I mean, I know he was on his I believe his Twitter X posting weird statuses and stuff like that. Xavier Woods. So I don't know, man. It's possible to see the Xavier Woods heel turn. It's definitely like it's going to happen. That they both of them even wearing different colors that night. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I mean, it is time for a change, though. New Day has ran its course. No Big E either. He's still out with injury. Well, he possibly may not come back, but I ain't gonna never say never because we thought the same thing with Paige, Daniel Bryan, Edge. Edge came back after like what 12 years. So it's definitely possible that Big E could come back. I mean, this would be a perfect way to bring E back into the angle. I mean, not for like a wrestling match, but like possibly to stop the wedge between his two boys. You know what I mean, and keep the New Day name going. But I mean, I guess they're gonna play the long game with that. Like I said, I guess we're gonna have to wait until Monday night to get a little more extra scoop on that. For Xavier Wood and Kofi Kingston. But besides those highlights of that night, wasn't really much to highlight. Braun Strowman and Big Bronson Reed tearing the house down. Yeah, the Xavier Woods thing. Natty, won her match. Shout out to Natty, legend in the business in her own right. Pete Dunne, great match to him. Sheamus, I like the feud between him and Sheamus. Um, like I said, um, Raw, SmackDown picking up. We jump into this past Friday. Vinci, he lost again to this damn Apollo Crews, man. But I like what they doing. I like they at least they got him a little more serious now. As you can see his face, you see his face. He looks serious. So I know he lost, but he pretty much attacked Apollo Crews after the match, looking real strong at the end. But I don't know what they got planned for the boy Vinci, man. SmackDown this week was Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief, Cody Rhodes had a cinema promo segment. They got the world buzzing about it. It was great. It was good. Them two guys just work well together. Whether it's a promo, whether it's in the ring, but now they're gonna be like tag team partners, which is odd to some others, especially my boy Kevin Owens. You saw my boy face in the back after he was watching that crap, and he looked like he wanted to puke. Like but he maintained his composure. He did maintain his composure because later in that night we thought we was gonna see him just. That would have been a. I would have been mad. I'm pretty sure some people would have been mad at him if he did it right then and there, man. After this damn shit he did doing with Roman Reigns, the guy that been causing chaos on him. Speaking of other things, Zilla Fatu reportedly is not re-signing with wherever he was wrestling at. He's not resigning there. It's buzzing around the world that he could be entering in the WWE to possibly be a part of this Bloodline storyline. Now, when he enters in WWE, it's still up in the air, but it's definitely the topic. It's been a topic of the week pretty much since SmackDown went up the air a few days after that. Zilla Fatu is making his way in, but as far as Kevin Owens, man, he looked, like I said, he looked distressed. He looking like he really to go back to the old KO. He ready to go back to the old KO, man. And it looking like it's about time, man. KO been playing a babyface for about almost 4 or 5 years now, since 2020. Since he Ben was going against the Bloodline and stuff like that, going through stuff with those guys for years, and then just to see that with Cody Rhodes teaming up with him is just. I can just imagine how Randy Orton feel. We didn't really see Randy that night either, so I don't know what that was all about. We didn't see no Randy Orton. We saw him last week when he teamed up with KO, but we didn't see him this past Friday. So I don't know what that was all about. But I could just imagine how Randy Orton feels as well. And as far as Cody Rhodes teaming up with that, pretty much the enemy. The enemy to them. So I don't know, but yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about everything here. I know I was real late with the AEW All Out thing and all the other ones, but I gave all you guys my best review possible is in one video. Um, but yeah, I'm all caught up now, so come Monday I'm gonna do a Monday Night Raw review. I don't think it's no pay-per-views this week, but I'm gonna double check though. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about what I thought about things, how I covered things. If I missed anything out, let me know in the comment sections, and y'all have a blessed day.